2-minute warning. What's good, folks? We're back with the second down. Right now, we're going to be discussing the Oakland Raiders. They were a playoff team in 2016. Obviously, we all know they had Latavius Murray back there. Now he's part of the Vikings. There's been some talks and rumors that Marshawn Lynch really wants to play in Oakland. And if it was to potentially go through, they were to work out a trade between Oakland and Seattle to send him there. Do you think he could actually put them into even more contention and even be a better offensive team than they were last year? Tim and Fox?
No. And I'm sorry, Raiders fans. Wait a minute. This is great for the media, to have his great after the game, his great interviews of short answers. That's about it. I mean, may I read some of the names? Johnson Fox, please.
Mm-hmm.
Crabtree, great. Amari Cooper, great. Okay. Of course, Carr, awesome. Okay. Now let's go to the Mavu Edwards in Pan out, yeah. Dan Williams, not yet. Bruce Irvin, Seattle surrounding that made him look that good. Matt, damn, I think about that environmental type. He had a great year last year, but he found himself. Okay, David Emerson. They need corners. Sean Smith. Yeah, overrated big corner. Okay, so here's the thing. You let go Latavius Murray, who was the same type of running back that Beast Mode is. Big back, but he's younger. He's been playing. And him go, and now you may have to trade with Seattle to get Beast Mode out of retirement, who hasn't played football for, I believe, the last 2 years. Am I correct? Oh, because he looks in shape, but he hasn't played. But this is the type of offense that loves to throw the ball at the 2-yard line with 5 wide instead of bringing it in. And what difference does that make if you didn't even address the defense? Beast Mode complements a great defense. Seattle had offense with Beast Mode. We run the ball. Seattle had a top, not 5, not top 3, top 2 defense. Raiders have my Dallas Cowboys defense is better than the Raiders. Sorry to say the truth. Look at the stats. It don't make a difference. I'm sorry.
And Tim, I agree with you 100%. I'm actually proud of you.
There you go.
I am proud of you. You finally come over to my side.
There you go.
I look at it and just let's look at the obvious facts here. The average prime career of a good running back is anywhere between 3 to 5 years. The average primes in great running backs, i.e., Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, Eric Dickerson, you're looking somewhere between the lines of 7, even 10 years. These guys are able to extend their careers and have extremely successful careers, provided they're not injured. Marshawn Lynch would be going into his 11th season, and we can, I think, agree unanimously here that he is not a great running back. He's not amongst the elite. If you had to take a top 10, top 15, damn, maybe even top 20 running back, he might not make your list. So that being said, how are we to expect the 32-year-old running back who has missed about 1.5 years, almost 2 years of football, off of an injury, no less, to come onto a team and be what Latavius Murray was, which, like you just said, is more or less a younger, more athletic and agile version of Marshawn Lynch. And that's going to put you over the top, not to mention what you're going to have to give up to get him. We haven't even touched the financial ramifications of this. Yet people, Raiders fans, want to sit here and say, yes, this is the guy we want. sorry, I don't see where it's an upgrade. I think it's a failure, especially if you lose anything. I don't care if it's a 7th round pick. Something for a player that, in my opinion, is not going to provide you with what you need.
See, it's interesting in my mind. I don't think he's going to, per se, put him over the top. There's something with Marshawn Lynch in my mind that he has a tangible in what you can't measure or you can't put on a stat sheet. As long as however long you look at NFL, PFR, whatever you use, the determination in the heart that Marshawn Lynch plays with is bar none in the NFL when he's on the field. When you think of NFL playoffs and you think of great running plays, the first thing you think of is Marshawn Lynch against the New Orleans Saints. I mean, to me, that's for me is the first thing that pops in my mind. I also wanted to try to find other examples to where I could try to put instill my argument to kind of make it enticing for the Raiders. The drafting area of what they would have to give up, that is interesting, Fox. I agree with you. The severity and the need of offensive linemen for Seattle, I would almost guess that they would say, hey, we got Marshawn Lynch just chilling on a contract. I don't think he's ever going to play again for us, so we'll give you this damn contract. Just fish us one of your, in-depth right guards or left guards you got over there. I think we can agree to that. That's fine. I don't think Marshawn's going to do anything anyway. He's old. Hey, I think it works out for both teams because now you have a running back, although he's going to be 31 in April, a running back that is in an organization that he's probably wanted to play in his whole damn life. I can't imagine the amount of adrenaline and passion he's going to be playing with. And if you want to compare his age and probably, what could he possibly do for not playing after a season or two, let's bring up Ricky Williams. He missed a season in 04. He played again in 05. He averaged 4.4 yards in 2005. He missed another season in 06. He came back. He didn't have a great 2007 because he didn't play all too much. But in 2008, he got back up to the 4.1 average. A year after that, at age 32, he averaged 4.7 yards. He had 1,121 carrying yards in 2009 at age 32. The next year he played, age 33, he averaged 4.2 yards a carry. And I'm going to bring up another example too. A great running back in the day who suffered some injuries, but he stuck around because of his determination and the style of running play, his play style. Herschel Walker. That when that man stepped on the field, there was people who did not want to step in front of that boy. Let's look at him at age 31. He averaged 4.3 yards a carry in Philly, 746 yards off of 174 rushes. The year after that, at age 32, oh, look at that. He had the longest rush of his career, 91 yards, and he also averaged 4.7 yards a carry at age 32. Even at age 33, the year after, 4.1. So, to me, if you're going to put a guy in a situation where he really wants to play, I understand about the football shape too, but just thinking about how crazy Marshawn Lynch is, I can already picture he has in his backyard all his goons and all his homies, and he's got his own little painted backyard football gridiron, and he's just playing tackle football 11 on 11 with all his friends, and he's probably no pads, straight up tackling. He's staying in football shape by himself. I can almost guarantee it. And with somebody like him, put him in an off-season workout program for a week or two with tackling. We don't need the CBA to figure this out. We don't need anybody to see it. We can go to a disclosed location. But to me, that's my argument. I think it would be really enticing and interesting to see him play in an organization that he's always wanted to play for. And again, when you're playing in front of that Oakland stadium, oh boy, and Marshawn Lynch is there, man, they might actually try to match Seattle's decibel range when it comes to those home games and even maybe Sunday night, Monday night games. That could be crazy out there, man. But that was my only argument. I thought it could be really nice for O-Town. And let's also just bring up another point about Marshawn. He was having in 2013, 2014, the best years of his career, 1,200, 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns. And when you think of Seattle, that O-line, he was doing that with that abysmal O-line in Seattle. And where are the Raiders ranked with their O-line? 2, 3? Are you kidding me? You want to put this boy behind a good offensive line?
Here's the thing, Tim. Josh. You described about Herschel Walker missing time. You're not factoring in. We're talking a person that's going to be coming into their 11th year of their career. When you look at Herschel Walker in his 11th year of his career, he was relegated to 113 rushing attempts for 528 yards in Philly, and he was doing kick returning and running back duties.
Right.
Again, we're talking about a running back who is a bruising running back who is going to be coming into the 11th year of his career. Again, he's taken a beating, and especially in Seattle. So his best years have been in Seattle, and we're talking about a guy who's taken a beating, who's taken over 250 carries a season, the last 3 or 4 seasons prior to his injury. He's been the workhorse of the team, and now we're saying, okay, Oakland, and we're going to ask of you to at least do what Latavius did. Again, a younger, more agile, fresher running back, and say we'll give you 170 to 175 carries and let Jalen Richard and whatever other running back we want to come up with to relieve us the rest of the way. But to carry it in the same way with the same speed and the same ability as Latavius Murray, and the answer is no.
Well, here's my thing. And Foggy, you brought up a great point about Herschel Walker doing the return duty and stuff like that. Also, with Ricky Williams, he had Ronnie Brown. And the thing is, they had the Wildcat offense, which it was made for those two running backs. So it wasn't like Ricky Williams was getting all the carries. You had a nice dual threat. And the Wildcat basically was one of those type of offense that comes out like, wow, we haven't seen that. Just like the Rams offense and stuff like that. So with Ricky, they did a great job around Ricky Williams. The problem with if you take Russell Wilson out of Seattle and you put Carr with Beast Mode, would Beast Mode have the same production? To me, in my honest opinion, I say no. Because here's the thing. Russell Wilson is a threat at the position. Another thing, the O-line, offensive line, I think every O-line is pretty decent in run block. It's the pass block which tells you who you are. So just pushing forward and beast mode just going up the hole, that's all well and good. Now with the Raiders, the thing is, number one, I don't like their backfield behind beast mode. I don't like their play call from last year, okay, at all. I mean, they were throwing the ball at the 5-yard line, 5 wide. Was it because you wanted Carr to get the MVP, or was it that's the way you run your offense? And that's bad. Now, with Beast Mode, listen, Josh, I agree with you. It will be great for the fan base. Fan base, TV, media, clothing line, jersey. Raider Nation will go crazy just for saying Beast Mode. I just don't feel – I just feel that he won't make them that big at all. And on top of that, I just think this is a smokescreen for Agent Peterson to drop down his price, whatever he's asking for, and join Raider Nation. Because realistically, there's only 3 teams, look, now 2 teams that Agent Peterson can 3 teams he can really go to. Giants are out because they already had Ruben Drone. So let's put that out. They're going to draft a running back. All right. Now, you can say Philadelphia, but I don't think he's that type of back of Philadelphia. It's the Patriots or the Raiders or the Buccaneers. Those are my top 3 teams that Adrian Peterson can go to. And if I'm Adrian Peterson, do I want to go to the Buccaneers? No. Do I want to go to the Patriots? Yeah. It will take less money for that championship, but the Raiders wearing that black and silver, it's a hype screen.
Just Marshawn Lynch's playoffs rushing and receiving, man. That rushing
I get
from 2010 to 14, 5'8", 4'9", 4'4", 5'0". That boy just puts on in the playoffs. I can't even imagine if Raiders got in and he was in the backfield. It would just be game over for most of the AFC. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion, but I do understand the necessity for going younger in the running back field. I definitely understand that because I'm always preaching that. But yeah,
I promise you. I promise you this. I promise. I'll make a bet with everybody who's watching the show right now. if Beast Mode signs with the Raiders, watch them make black and silver Skittles.
Skittles. Yeah. I was honestly thinking about that when you and Fox were talking.
Watch them make black and silver. Listen,
I was trying to think of all the marketing ideas and the ticket ideas they could just sell with Marshawn Lynch going to the Bay Area. It would be nuts because the fans, they jump on anything new and anything they can because, listen, there hasn't been much to cheer about in Oakland as of late. This is really, they're like starting to get to the climax of their franchise, ever since the John Madden years. So I'm happy for Oakland. I'm excited for them. And I guess a little bit of my Madden GM kind of fantasy brain comes out when it's scenarios like this. But at the same time, I'm not being unrealistic. I really think Marshawn could produce, and I think he is. I think he's, in my opinion, I think he's a 10-time-fold better running back than Latavius Murray is. I think that's why they got rid of Murray, because they really didn't see anything special in the guy. The reason he was on a roster, in my opinion, is because of his 40 time with his weight and size. That made him really enticing, almost like a Leonard Fournette. But he didn't really – you watched him, Tim. You had him in fantasy. I remember watching you in Messenger. Just give him the fucking ball. Why is Latavius Murray not running the ball?
That's my point.
I remember. I agree with you. He's a big boy. Why are you not feeding him the rock? And with Marshawn, man, you just know how he abuses defense. I get the age. I get it. But I still think he has something in the tank still. I still think he has a 1,000-yard season in him. Even two, I think he has still left in him.
Well,
After that, it's questionable, but yeah.
You know what? I wouldn't even think about him having a 1,000-yard season will make him a great season. I just think if the amount of playing time they give him, and if you saw the hard-nosed first down, the goal line touchdowns, the hype that he brings, the kind of attitude he brings,
right?
That's enough for you to say it was a great move. Don't get me wrong, it's great. Listen. Imagine using beast mode with the Raiders. I'm mad. Everybody go nuts. The marketing scheme is very great. With the production, the Raiders to me is defense. And another thing also is, Pete Carroll he couldn't always hold down beast mode. And I don't know about Jack DeVille now. So, it's certain you're getting a player that, listen, if he sees that you're not running that football, you're going to mean for what? He's going to let you know about it. So it's the same thing with Adrian Peterson. So if you're going to, and on top of that, it protects Carr. It protects him. Running game protects the quarterback.
Absolutely. All right. That sounds good, man. We're going to go to the next down in a few minutes here. Our last down, we're going to be talking about the NFL draft is 35 days away. There's a lot of free agent running backs still on the market, Tim. A lot of big names. Do they need to worry? Stay tuned.